Hello everyone, Happy New Year. This is the beginning of 2025, and I'm happy to say that I was able to complete another original design last year, and I wanted to talk about it because this is going to be useful for people that are doing design, people that are doing 3D printing, and also to myself in the future. There are some nuances and details that I wanted to mention. This is not a promotional video. I know some people are going to say, why are you talking about that technical stuff? But I will make another promotional video later. This is not it. There are a few pieces here, okay? And right here, there are two pieces. This is one piece, which is the plate at the bottom. This is another piece. So when I designed this originally, I wanted for the water to go through and have a plate that is about this height right here. So there's this much room for the water. But when this printed, this is an overhang, so there's got to be support underneath, right? And there was support underneath. It looks like this right here. And then you just break it off. And then because there's a plate right here with the same situation, right? There's got to be support underneath. So this is what I ended up with. This is not easy to remove. It can be done, but by the time you're done, the finish is not going to look great. It's going to look a little bit like this, or maybe not even as nice as that. I do not like using support. It takes time. It takes material that's not needed. So I decided to modify this design to avoid using support. And I have another one here that I can show you. This is actually something I produced. This is not a prototype. This is a final version. And I'm going to show a different one, actually. This is another one that I made right here. And I actually made this one with someone in mind. So I'm gonna give it to her, and I know that these are her colors, so hopefully she'll like it. But you put the pot in here, the plant, the soil, right? Sometimes they come in plastic containers, so you can just drop it in here. Now, if I'm not getting something right in terms of the dimensions, if it's too shallow or too tall, I would love if somebody could tell me that specializes in plants or knows a lot about plants, because that's the part I couldn't get right. I focus on getting the design right, and then this pattern here is something I definitely want to modify. So this is here just because I wanted to add something, but now, assuming I got this right, I want to just work on the different patterns that I can add, and that'll be fun. So yeah, you can remove this piece here, and you know, this was not printed with support. This was a separate plate. I'm going to remove it so you can see it. So this is one piece that gets printed like that, with a little support here that gets removed. And then this is another piece. So that you could say this is the second piece. That goes in here. It's a little bit tight, but you just push it all the way to the bottom. It'll stay there. And I am pleased with how this came out. And then this is the bottom piece that catches the water. Now normally I would use a thread right here that you just kind of put in position and twist. But I wanted to try something new and original. This is totally something I invented. And it works pretty well. You know, you put it in place, rotate, and as you rotate, you can actually control the pressure, so it's like it gets a little tighter as you turn. And you know, some of these plates originally were pretty loose, so I'm happy that I made that modification and it works. And then there's a final piece, which is this piece, and that goes into the wall. And I'm going to talk about that, but essentially once this is on the wall, you just slide it in there and you're done. This is an indoor object, right, that I think is cool for a plant inside. And then if you want, you can remove it and take it to the sink, or I don't know how that's gonna work, but you could just remove the bottom, throw away the water, clean it, put it back. So let's see how this goes. for people that like plants, but I like it. Now, I'm going to talk about this piece because this is a little bit interesting in terms of how does that get installed on the wall. I'm sure a lot of people are going to ask, and I'm going to make a video about it. But what I have in mind is to use an anchor that I think is the best for drywall. Of course, you can use whatever you want to use, but this is a great solution really that works great on drywall. So, you know, you put this on the drywall, and then the screw is gonna go right here, and it goes in perfectly. And then you're gonna drive it and tighten it, and you know, this will be, when you're done, it'll be like this. And of course the screw is gonna expand the anchor a little bit, so it's gonna be really tight. I would recommend using two. Sometimes for whatever reason you cannot use this hole, so you have another one here, and you have like 4 different options, right? And when you are, this is something I'm going to provide. When you're done, you put that on the wall, it's hung in there, and you have this much screw going into the wall. And that's it. So I wanted to show a few other colors that I made. Here's another one. Some people have actually asked me for certain colors, so I'm surprised at how many people asked for white. So this is another one. This is one that I really like. It reminds me of Brazil colors. And then this is one that a friend of mine asked for. He likes orange. This is one that I made because I like the colors of chocolate and wood. And yet somebody asked me specifically for that as well. So it's great to give people what they want. This is another one. And then this one here uses silk. So it's shiny, as you can tell. And then this one here is also for a friend of mine that asked me for those colors. As you can see, the only support that it has right now is this one that you can break off like this, and you're done. Really, really minimal amount of support, right? And this is the logo that I have for my company. And I'm happy with how this came out. Now I'm just gonna focus on altering the pattern and promoting it and selling it. And you know, if you're interested, let me know. Thanks for watching.